In the time of Job, we find that the devil had access to the heavens. From that time on, and even up to the time of Jesus, it became evident he still had access to heaven. As we look at Luke chapter 10 and verse 18, where Jesus says, "And he said to them, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." So even then, Jesus recognized that the devil had access to heaven. Did the devil continue to have access to the heavens even after Jesus made this statement? Revelation chapter 12, which is future events, future from when Jesus made his statement in Luke 10:18. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7 says, "And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer." So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So here's the point in time that the Bible documents that the devil was cast out of heaven to this earth. And what was the saying? In verse 12 it says, "Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time." In verse 13 it says, "Now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the presence of the serpent. And so the serpent spewed water out of his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood with the dragon, and spewed out of his mouth. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." So at this point in time, when the devil is cast down from the heavens, he's confined to the earth. He not only cannot get to the heavens, but he can't get anywhere else. As he tries to spew this flood out at the woman, it's not able to get to the woman because the woman's able to get away from it, whereas he's confined to the earth. And so the only thing he can attack is those who are left of the woman's offspring. Now this woman that flees, it's not a literal woman, as Revelation 12 shows it, this great sign that appeared in the heavens. But this woman, this motherly influence that is upon those who are her offspring, who have the responsibility of taking care of those who are servants of the Christ. We know Jesus talked about the angels for people on the earth and how they have to give an accounting. The angels for the congregations, and they said, and this, what happened with Peter, they thought it was his angel that was at the door. They didn't think Peter had escaped. So there's an understanding that angels have a particular role, a motherly role in taking care of the servants of God. And whoever those angels are that have this responsibility, they fit this motherly role as a woman to care for those who are of her offspring. They're her offspring because they're doing the will of God. So the devil's trying to get at her, but he's not able to, because she's able to get somewhere where he cannot get. And so there's a war that has constantly been going on. Even Daniel referred to it in Daniel chapter 10, the wars of these spirit wicked forces and the various kingdoms that war against God's angels that have care of ones here upon this earth. Here, the event is foretold in the Lord's day, which was future. So Satan was never cast down in the first century, but in a future event. Now, the Watchtower has claimed that 1914 was when the devil was cast down, based on a calculation that they would never be given permission by God to engage in. And so therefore that is false. So when it would be the time when the devil would be cast down? Well, again, the Bible shows that the devil knows he has a short period of time when he's cast down, and he has great anger. So that anger of the devil will have impact on this earth. Does it not remind you when Jesus told those demons to get out of that man? When they begged Jesus, allow them to go into the pigs, and what happened? Pigs went off the cliff. Direct impact. And so there will be a direct impact when the Satan is finally cast down from what used to be his home and then confined to one of the smallest planets here upon this earth. And he knows he has a short period of time. So when will that great anger be obvious and be expressed and shown that it's taking place? Well, the Bible shows there's a great tribulation that has never happened before and won't happen again. Unless it was cut short, no flesh would survive, as Matthew 24 brings out. These two time periods seem to be one and the same. That it will be evident that the devil's been cast down, and the Great Tribulation taking place will be evident of that. That at that particular time, he has been cast down. There'll be a great impact, a great time of tribulation. Once that short period of time is over, the Great Tribulation, there'll be a great crowd that will come out of that Great Tribulation. We don't know who those ones who will be of the great crowd, because they've yet to come out of the Great Tribulation. We will only know their names once the Great Tribulation is over with. Then they will be still standing and be able to continue living. And they will have the hope of never have experiencing death.